Welcome everyone to Wild's Color Cauldron, where you will find a Wild Feathers channel, where you will find anything from herbal dyeing, herbal information, because I'm an herbalist, tarot related, plant related, herbs, plants, weeds, all the above, and of course a lot of traffic, but you're not seeing it. But anyway, it's my special little mountain. So I'm about to give you a tour of my garage, Jennifer Ball. I hope you see this. I decided not to go live because it gets pixelated when I go live. So this is Wild Feathers Garage. I'm really late in the year. I usually get out here in May, but I had a trip that I did, so that kind of took time away from getting this ready. And then I got back, it was hotter than hell, and the mice had taken over, and I've ordered traps, 6 traps. So mice, hear me now. If you don't want to become food for the crows, you need to leave now. That's my fair warning. So over here is my dye studio. This is my dye pot. This is, for anybody that knows, I live in my parents' house with my mother. My father's been gone for 8 years, and this was his barn, and it was full from brim to brim, and you couldn't even walk in here. So I was going to get an exercise bike, and I wanted room out here. So as you can see, I got room. This stuff, table I use, oh, there's my stick. There's some things that I use for a display. That's something my dad had made. So I use a lot of stuff, that my dad had made that works for me. Like that hanging up there. I use that to hang yarn in it. If I don't want to do the whole lot, if I just want to do half the yarn in one color, I can hang it from that. So that's something I rigged up at, that came from something he made. So I have, if you're going to do any kind of serious cooking and you want water to boil, get a warning. Yeah, say that 3 times twice. This one works like a charm. These were the first ones I got. They don't work as well, but once the water's hot, they work good. So I can get the water hot there, and these will keep them at temp for what I need for dyeing. So these are all my pots. They were all nice and clean, and then the mice had to go and poop in everything. I'm like, geez, thanks, guys. So in here, we still have, you see how dark that is? That is a vat, I guess you could call it a vat, of black walnut. And because black walnut is so, I think it's alkaline, it just smells a little, but it doesn't mold. So that can be used. This pot's empty. For some reason, the mice did not turd in this. It's like, I guess they don't like enamel. Maybe they can't climb enamel. I have no idea. So, pot's upside down until all the traps are set. So that's my cooking side. Over here is my mordant side. So this is iron water, which I made from, and that was covered, so at least we can get to that, from horseshoes, my old horseshoes. And in here will be one for alum or something. And this is how, you guys, I make a copper mordant. Old copper pot. There's vinegar and water in there, and it's leaching it from the pot. It's a great way to, and I do still things small. Like even when I use the alum, it's not a lot. People use more in their gardens than I will ever use dyeing. This is indigo that I grew. This year I bought indigo because I really did not want to do all the job of growing and dyeing it. I know, I'm glad I know how to do it. You can see the blue pigment. It looks kind of greenish now, but it's really cool to do that. If you have a chance and you're good at gardening, I would say go for it. So things are pretty much set up, and the cleaning will continue, but at least I got it now where I can get things started. And so out here is my little setup. This is my old table. I started with this first. So here's some pots I had to rinse because the mice were all into this. And here's my outdoor sink. It's just a sink I got at Lowe's. It was like 40 bucks. Perfect, you know. You can use the hose is in there, and all these towels I had to wash because, again, the mice got into everything. Like, yikes. So I just watered everything because it was so dry. We didn't get all the rain that everybody else in New England got because it skipped us. It often does that. My arnica bed, I got a full jar of arnica, and so now I will let the rest of this go to seed. I won't harvest any more of this. And I will show you over here, and then I will be done. And then I don't want the video to go too long, because if you're like me and you want to see videos, if it's 30 minutes, you're kind of like, guys, I don't have time to do that. So here's the St. John's wort. I just watered it so it's nice and wet, but I harvested from it. I got coreopus that I planted. I don't think I've shown you guys that. Bought it at a local agway, and that's a dye plant. I cut all the dead ones off, and I just gave it a good watering. I got some comfrey. I planted it flowered once this year, but I cut it all off, so it's sending up new shoots, so I'll be able to use that for medicine, and some ladies' mantle in the tall grass. So I don't know if you can see it, but we got pineapple weed growing all over the place because the place it hasn't been mowed. It's a huge mower that we have, and it intimidates me. If we had the old John Deere, I'd be mowing. So here's some St. John's wort I've already picked. So I'll probably put half of that in my oils and half in my alcohol. So that's just a little tour. Don't know how many years I'll be here, because once Mom's gone, I'll be on. But I enjoy it as much as I can now that I have a barn to work in. I had to wait for my dad to pass, but I guess I've had some years here, so it's worth it. So I'm going to have a seat, rest, put all those buckets away, and Dad Cheeky, it won't be long. I'll be doing some dye, and I might even try to come live. So that's it for now. Bye-bye.